there's two sets of football video game fans: the 2K and the EA or Madden fans. I am good friends with a couple Madden buddies, and even the last couple years, those Madden friends have said it's the same game, it's the same thing. They're not doing anything. How EA can get away with, and I know that the story is that the NFL approached EA about an exclusive license. I understand that, but EA should have said no, thank you. And maybe by doing that, 2K, if they had been offered, would have said no, thank you. What they've done is stripped a company like 2K from being able to be competitive with one of the most successful sports franchise on the market, that being football. Football games outsell every other sport. And now EA, for the next 5 or 6 years, can basically put out whatever they want, and say this is what you're going to get and you're going to like it because there's no competition. And it's wrong. 2K was kicking EA's ass in football, and EA jumped at the chance to not beat them, but to beat them basically with a low blow. They kicked them in the nuts. Haha, how are you going to beat that? You can't. So over EA is just, boy, they're a shadow of their former selves. Just a joke. Now I'm going to move on a little bit more here because I get mad. I am very faithful to two gaming sites, GameSpot and IGN, and as a whole, all game companies I find really like to hype up EA games. I fell victim to it this year with hockey, and I'm usually pretty good about that, but they released some amazing eye candy that you were like, this looks pretty damn good, right? I'm so tired of game companies hyping up games. Hype, and then giving them poor reviews or average reviews. Tell me that the game is average in your previews. Say that. As of now, this game is not worth your $80. And if you e-zine readers out there don't think that these companies like IGN and GameSpot, and I'm going to get in a lot of trouble, I'm sure, emails by saying this, aren't getting some kind of kickback, and I don't mean financial, I don't mean they're getting money. For instance, IGN Friday night posted an exclusive review of Need for Speed Carbon. What do you think they had to do to get that exclusive? They didn't have to say, we'll let you advertise on our site for free. They gave one of their games a favorable review when it probably shouldn't have. And, you know, those guys are really not going to like that I'm saying that, but it's not a financial kickback. It's a kickback in other ways. EA pulled it with NBA Live. Okay, 2K7 NBA by 2K Sports is one of the most authentic basketball games I've ever played. I thoroughly enjoy that game. But I was really intrigued to see what EA would do this year with Live. Because I thought 06 had a lot of potential. And they went on a breakaway, they lined up their three-pointer, and they just bricked. But what sickens me about that is that we didn't get a review for Live for about a week and a half, 2 weeks after it was released from any magazine or any online e-zine. And what we found out, because one of the editors at IGN posted an email, was that EA hadn't shipped them a final copy yet. And typically, and this is a quote, typically they do that when they know that their product can't stand up to the competition. That's bullshit. EA should be charged for that as far as I'm concerned, because here in those 2 weeks are all these customers that have gone out and picked up this game, realized it sucked, and you can't take it back. This is what really upsets me. You can't take these games back. If you're not happy, tough titty. EB, GameStop, Zellers, Walmart, Future Shop, none of them will take back open software. So you're screwed. You're stuck with a crappy game and you're out $79, well, it's like $82 here. so whatever it is in your state or province. Okay, that's absolutely ridiculous. You game companies out there have to better start offering some kind of return policy, because you're increasing the prices of games, and I understand it's expensive to make them, but if a game is busted or it sucks and you're holding the game back from being reviewed until you can sell some copies, that's low blowing your customers, and that's unsatisfactory. I'm going to end it with that. I'm not sure how many parts this will end up being because it was kind of a long rant, 1, 2, or 3. But I'll be back. I welcome any comments, agree or disagree. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love video games. I love sports games. I'm just tired of being force-fed games that aren't next gen, aren't what they're advertised to be, and you pay an arm and a leg for them. So until next time, this is Rob, Mad Gamer, signing off.